Hello and welcome. So first off, we have a finding area of a sector. Now we're going to do the second method of going through this, which is using percentages. Alright, so how this essentially works is that you know how to find the area of a circle. That's pi r squared. Well, we're not looking for the area of an entire circle here. We're looking for the area, goodness gracious, of a sector, right? Meaning we're only looking for that blue shaded portion. We're not looking for the entire circle. So how do we fix this? How do we know what we need? Well, to find it, all we have to do is we say, okay, well, we only want a certain percentage of the circle. So we take the area of a sector, right? Area of the sector is going to equal the area of the circle times the percent of circle that you have. Okay, so area of a sector is the area of the circle times the percent of the circle. Now, how do you know what the percent of the circle is? Would you agree that we have 146 degrees of the whole circle right there? Oh yeah, right? The angle is the percent that you have. And what's the total amount around a circle there is? Well, that's 360, right? All the way around a circle is 360 degrees, meaning that here, our area of a sector is going to be pi r squared times our 146 degrees over 360. And then you just got to plug in your radius. You say, all right, well, here's your center, here's the circumference, and the line that connects them is the radius, which we're told is 9. So that means that our area of the sector is going to be pi times 9 squared times our 146 over 360. And that is it, right? Now you just got to simplify this through, and that will be your answer. So how to do that? There's a couple of ways. First off, we know 9 squared is 81, so now we have 146 times 81 times pi over 360. Now there's a couple of ways you can simplify this. Right? You could just find 146, right? 146 times 81, which is kind of a super large number, right? It's 118.26. So 11,826 pi over 360. Now, between you and me, that's kind of gnarly. You could simplify this by hand, right? You already know that 81 and 360 have some common numbers because you know at least 9 goes in there. 146 and 360 is also going to have some simplification. They're both even, so 2's going to go in there. So you could simplify it by hand. Or most calculators are going to be able to simplify this as well. So think about it this way. Right, we know the fraction is going to be 11,826 over 360. Now, if you just plug that in, we will get a decimal back. Now, if you're using the Desmo Scientific, well, on the far right side, you see that box over box. That's your fraction to decimal button. Right, we press it, bam, it simplifies as far as it goes. Now, you'll notice that on the fraction, I did not include the pi. Because if you do, you will not get a fraction back. Okay, pi is considered an irrational number, so as soon as you put that in, you will no longer get a fraction. Okay, so if you want to simplify the fraction by using a calculator, do not put the pi in, leave it out. You know it's going to stay in the numerator. Alright, so make sure you just simplify the fraction, so 657 over 20. Alright, so equals 657 over 20, and then the pi has to go in the numerator. It's where it was before, put it there after. And there you have it. That is the simplified exact answer. Now, if you didn't want the exact answer, if you wanted the decimal approximation, then you actually would leave the pi there. You'd want to get that decimal approximation. So then you'd say, alright, so then we'd put that there and put the pi in. Okay, and that means your decimal approximation would be 103.201 if we want to go to the third decimal place, because the 3 behind it will round down. And that would be it. That would be your answer for both cases. Area of a sector. Thanks for watching.